show you how to cut fabric and pin fabric so that your project will be ready to hand over to somebody to sew to make a face mask. So you've got your material and you're going to cut it so that it's 6 by 9. Now you can either use regular scissors and you can do a little pattern that is 6 by 9. And you can take your whole roll of fabric, mark it with a pencil, and then cut. Or if you're a fancy sewer and you have a fancy cutter like this with the appropriate background, just be careful that you check to make sure that you're not cutting off your pattern every now and then and what you're using as your pattern, because then it'll get smaller and smaller. So every piece that you use would be really nice to hand it over to the sewer if they're all the same size, like this, okay? So you've got your fabric, you've got your lining, and I've got the interfacing. So that's how you do it. When you go to cut your elastic, that elastic, let me get a long piece. That elastic could be anywhere from 7 to 7.5 to 8. But whatever you do, you want both sides to be the same. So when you go to measure it, when you don't want to do this, because if I do this, like this, and cut it here, that's really, because I stretched it, you see, that's really only going to be 6, and that would be good for children, but we don't have any children around here. So you want to be sure that you don't stretch it, that you lay it out like that and cut it. So we've got 2 pieces. I've got 2 pieces of 7 that I'm going to use. So that's all I'm going to talk about with cutting. Now let's talk about pinning, okay? So I got this little cheat sheet here that if you're going to pin, you just send me a text, 703-203-1983, and I'll send you that. And that's my little cheat sheet when I go to pin something. So you're going to start out with your lining. And this looks like it's white, but Joann's was out, so this is actually beige, but you can't tell. And it's 6 by 9, right? And that goes up. If you've marked it with a pin or something like that, and it shows, you want to put the good side up, because the good side is what's going to be the outside when your sewer gets ready to turn it. So you've got your lining, then you're going to put your fabric. The fabric's the opposite. You're going to put the good side down, and the bad side is going to go up like this, just right on top. Then you're going to take your interfacing and you're going to put it on top like that, okay? If you don't have any interfacing, you give me a call. You got the number, and I've got plenty. I have an embroidery company and I use that for my backing. So I really do have hundreds of yards of that. So you give me a call if you need some. Okay, so now then, just to keep everything nice and together, I put a pin in it like that. Now we're going to turn it so that the horizontal, so it's the longer side. What's going to happen when you make this is we're going to put our elastic. I picked up the interfacing, I picked up the fabric. Now we're going to put our elastic right here in the corner, and you're going to put your finger down, and you're going to lay the extra part over here. Then you're going to lay this back down, bring your finger out, and now you're going to pin that. You can feel it in there. And you're going to pin it in such a way that the pin is to the center. So when the sewer goes to sew, she can pull that pin, he or she can pull that pin out pretty easy, okay? Now we're going to pull the interfacing up. We're going to pull the fabric up. We're going to find that elastic. We're going to put it in the corner just like that. Hold it with your finger so you can feel it, and you're going to put that pin in right there. Great. Same thing. We're going to turn it, pick up our interfacing, pick up our fabric. Elastic goes in the corner. Push this over so it'll be there for us. Good. Okay. And pop it down in there. Turn it around. Interfacing is already pulled. Find our elastic. Good. Okay, great. All right, the only thing I'd say then that's it. You can pull this out because you don't need it anymore. So now this is ready to hand to a sewer, and that's going to save them so much time. I did a separate video on sewing. If you want that, just let me know. Say I gave you that number. Okay, the only thing I'd say is, can you see through this? This is some cute dogs. When you get ready to cut it, if it's something that's horizontal, you want to cut it so that the long way is this way, not like this, because when somebody goes to make it, because what we're going to do now, after they sew it, they're going to put those pleats in there. So you want to be sure and cut it so that your horizontal design looks like that. Remember, I've got this cheat sheet right here. Can you see that? Let me see. There's that little cheat sheet if you want to just take a picture of that. Good. And I hope that helps. If you need any help, you just give me a call.